South Africa has a major problem. It is about to run out of natural gas. But the irony is that there may actually be a really viable solution to this crisis that could cost our economy billions in revenue and thousands of jobs over the next few years. But destructive ideologies now stand in the way of even exploring such solutions. Stay tuned because in today's video we are going to highlight how what could be one of the country's greatest resources has been turned into an ideological battleground for activists. According to an analysis by Dr. Davies Tshikai, an energy specialist, mechanical engineering PhD holder and associate partner at Africa International Advisors, South Africa is heading for yet another energy crisis. And this time we may be running out of natural gas. In a recent interview on the radio station SAFM, he noted that the next energy crisis, which has the potential to destroy thousands of jobs and make our cost of living skyrocket even further, may now be just a few months away. Dr. Tshikai, who is affiliated with the University of Witwatersrand, warned that this country could soon be heading off what he, in an alarming fashion, describes as the gas cliff, the point where a lack of natural gas could seriously begin to threaten the livelihoods and even food security of many South Africans. Now, first of all, it is important to understand that while natural gas accounts for only about 2.5% of South Africa's total energy, its economic importance is much greater than that percentage suggests. This is because natural gas is concentrated in a small number of economically critical industries. It powers furnaces, boilers and chemical processes in steel, glass, paper, food, vehicle and fertilizer production, where it cannot be easily replaced by electricity, for example. A shortage in natural gas could therefore disrupt the entire industrial supply chain, threaten roughly 70 to 80,000 jobs directly, and significantly raise the prices of food and manufactured goods. And while some businesses could potentially replace their natural gas with diesel, liquid petroleum gas or electricity, this could end up costing them between 2 and 5 times as much, even before they pay for the new equipment needed to convert all these factories. Now, for more than 2 decades, roughly 90% of the natural gas used in South Africa has come from the Pande and Temane fields in southern Mozambique. This gas is transported through pipelines into Mpumalanga, from where it supplies Sasol and numerous other industries in South Africa's economic heartland. But the reality is that these fields are now on the brink of running out of gas. Of course, we didn't used to be so absolutely dependent upon Mozambique, because before the ANC took over this country, Sasol gasified South African coal at Sasolburg and distributed the resulting methane and hydrogen-rich gas through its inland pipeline network to their industrial customers in the Witwatersrand area and beyond. Sasol, however, replaced almost all of its coal-derived pipeline gas with natural gas imported from Mozambique. And now Sasol has come out and dropped an absolute bombshell, warning that it expects to stop supplying pipeline gas from Mozambique as early as 2028. And here we are not only talking about a gradual reduction in supplies, it is a complete stop, meaning that if no alternative can be found, tens of thousands of South Africans employed in gas-dependent industries would essentially find themselves unemployed overnight, with the rest of us seeing our monthly bills skyrocket in all the aforementioned items that are dependent on these industries. But here is the astonishing reality. At the very same time that South Africa is running out of gas, we are sitting alongside one of the most exciting new oil and gas basins discovered anywhere in the world. Across the border, Namibia has drilled roughly 25 exploration and appraisal wells in this basin since 2022, discovering enormous quantities of oil as well as significant quantities of gas. South Africa shares the same basin, but we have drilled only once, and that was almost 4 years ago. But why is it that South Africans are now being warned that the country is about to run out of gas, even as one of the world's most sought after new oil and gas basins lies directly off of our own west coast? In February 2022, TotalEnergies announced the Venus discovery, where they drilled roughly 3 kilometers beneath the ocean floor and discovered significant quantities of light, sweet crude oil together with associated natural gases. Following this, a succession of further discoveries were made public, including Jonker, Larona, Lesedi, Capricornus, Volans and Gulp's enormous Mopani discovery. In 2024, Portuguese energy company Gulp initially estimated that Mopani might contain at least 10 billion barrels of crude oil. Yet South Africa's most promising modern deep water prospects therefore remain almost completely untested. Why? Because every time a company gets the needed environmental approval to explore, it ends up back in the Western Cape High Court. Environmental activists such as the Green Connection, Natural Justice and small fishing cooperatives keep filing challenges. For example, TotalEnergies, Qatar Energy and Impact Oil and Gas have long been preparing to drill exploration wells in this massive deep water Orange Basin just off our west coast. And for this environmental authorization was already granted back in November 2023. Internal appeals against that approval were rejected already in April 2024. But the Okutoa Primary Fishing Cooperative, the Green Connection and Natural Justice subsequently went to the Western Cape High Court to have the approval set aside. The case was finally heard on 23 and 24 March this year, but still judgment is outstanding. But this isn't the only such case. In a separate project, TotalEnergies intended to drill an exploration well in Block 567, an offshore area of approximately 10,000 square kilometers between Cape Town and Cape Agulhas. While environmental authorization was granted in April 2023, climate activists once again challenged that decision. And in August last year, the Western Cape High Court also set this approval aside. Moreover, a little to the east in Mossel Bay, where major Brillpadda and Luiperd gas discoveries were made in 2019 and 2020, pressures from the same environmentalists and subsequent regulatory difficulties prevented them from being developed. And TotalEnergies ultimately decided to withdraw from their envisaged project there. And the tragedy is that all of this took place even while everyone involved has known for years that the Mozambican gas supply would decline, and even while South Africa continues to import almost 400,000 barrels of petroleum products every single day. The reality is that if commercially recoverable oil were discovered on South Africa's west coast, it could attract billions in foreign investment, create work for our ports and engineering industries, generate enormous tax revenue and royalty revenues, and reduce the foreign currency spent importing this exact same fuel, maybe even from a country like Namibia that is already drilling the exact same basin that we have to drill on our side. So beginning to actually use the immense potential of the Orange Basin is something we should have begun doing a long time ago. And yet, this is something we are now seeing several court battles being fought over. And so, despite the propaganda from environmentalists, we at the Willem Petzer Group remain committed to bringing you the unfiltered analysis on hard-hitting truth. Our viewers and we know that for an economy to thrive, production is absolutely essential, and South Africa's economy simply cannot afford to be environmentally correct. We have to take the opportunities that is given to us to create a better life for all. And this is exactly why today's video is dedicated to raising awareness about this specific issue that I am pretty sure not many of you were even aware about. So strengthen us in this fight by becoming a patron of the Willem Petzer Group today. Simply follow the easy steps on the banner below and contribute to something that may better your life. And just to be clear, we are most certainly not in favor of simply granting anyone permission to drill anywhere without taking the impact on the environment into account. We most definitely support environmental review, but the reason we are asking these questions is that in South Africa, the process takes years, while Namibia moves forward in months, and they are already benefiting massively from this natural resource given to them. Even when it concerns the exact same ocean, the exact same area, the same basin, and the exact same technology. And it is precisely because we know that our viewers are hard-working taxpayers that we want to help you stay informed about exactly how these issues affect you and your monthly budget, and how your cost of living becomes more expensive because of issues such as this. In this regard, you will probably also find value in checking out our recent report on how exactly the fuel tax scam in this country works, and why we should actually be paying a lot less at the pumps than we do. You can watch that now by simply clicking on this link appearing on your screen right here. And thank you for tuning in and watching today's video. We appreciate the gift of your time. Goodbye and God bless.